is our methodology? Even as we go through the training, you'll realize that we'll have a path right from first year. So at the moment, all of you are in first year, you need to visit our center so that you register with us so that we can put you on a plan on how you're going to go through all the courses, the courses that transits you from campus to the world of work. So those campus to corporate trainings are offered at the Career Center. So first, we ensure you have discovered your career, your passion, and then we empower you to be able to do that through the trainings, through the skills. We give you networks that can help you to, pursue your dream. We'll give you mentors that can help you to take you through what you need to do to get to where you want to be. So we also do that by assisting students to be more articulate. You define and envision future aspirations by developing and implementing career development strategies and goals. So as we plan for your exit out of college, that is after you've done your 4 years, we want to know what your goals are. So part of the mentorship is finding out what your goals are, assigning you to a mentor who can help you to pursue those goals or to help you to actually focus on those goals, take you through the skills required, expose you to job shadowing, and also to their network so that you can be able to pursue your goals. And that is also done through engagement. We welcome you to come to the center where we engage you through the mentorship programs, through the employer relationship programs, and also the campus to corporate trainings. Okay, so I'll just introduce you to the services we offer. First, we offer career counseling, just to take you through guidance and assessments. We do assessments at the center to know exactly what career best suits you. We do industry linkages, that's through attachments, job shadows, career fairs, job placements, internships, and attachments. Then there's career readiness trainings. So these are some of the trainings that we do, the soft skills, the interview, mock interview, letter writing, cover letter writing, and we encourage individual participation. So apart from the group participation, we look forward to registering you individually with the center so that we know where you are and where you want to go and find the best way possible to help you to get to where you want to go. So some of the strategies we put in place for job search are like we introduce you to LinkedIn, to Fuzu, to Brighter Monday, so that you can be able to know how to apply for these jobs, where to source for these jobs. So finally, we have counseling and therapy. The counseling department sits with us, and you'll find that when you come to KCA and maybe from home, you'll find that there are some issues that you may not be able to deal with, issues that may overwhelm you, issues that causes you stress, maybe, so that you're not able to perform to your best. So we are here, we have a listening ear to attend to you, and everything you talk about is kept confidential. So just know that we are here to also support you with mental health issues. Like this week, for some of you who are with us on Wednesday, you realize that we are creating awareness on suicide prevention. So all of us should have that eye to be our brother's keeper. When you're in campus, you become like a family. If you see that one of your colleagues is not doing well, maybe you can refer them to the counseling unit, or maybe talk to them. Just be a listening ear and a shoulder that they can cry on. But if you're not able to handle, then you refer them to the counseling unit. So we have both career development programs and mentorship programs. So I've touched on that. So just to encourage you to register with us, you can also register online. We assign you a mentor. We introduce you to the trainings that we are carrying out. We take you through CV writing, cover letter writing, and any other career-related activities that we've been running. Now, why should you be able to register with us? Because we need you to acquire necessary skills to compete in the corporate world. You'll find that all of you are going to graduate with a degree, but that's just a degree. But who are you as an individual? What do you have? What skills do you have that if I have to take you to work in the career office, you will have a competitive edge over someone else? So those are some of the things that we're going to take you through so that you're comfortable even as you go for the interviews. So we'll help you design and launch a meaningful and fulfilling career, take you to that career that you really long for. And then we'll also introduce you to the KCA alumni and our partner networks. We have a lot of organizations that we work with. And once you're ready to start your internship, once you're ready to even do work, because we also have, it's called Ajira, where I believe we were able to register 1,000 freshers to that program. If you are interested, we are going to run it between the 24th to the 28th of this month. There'll be training, and after which you can be able to start working online during your free time. So you'll also be able to understand your why and harness it in your career. Why that career? Do you know really why you want that career? Because sometimes you come in as a procurement and then you realize along the way that you want to do HR. So what is it that you can be able to do so that you pursue that career that you really want? This week, we've been talking to many students, and some of them are in IT. They want to go to procurement. They want to go to that. So it's at our center that you'll be able to get that guidance and clearance. And so far, like last semester, it was such a journey. What we've been able to do, we were able to train students on the campus to corporate training, CV writing, cover letter writing, Ajira program trainees. We have an Ajira club that is just starting, so we welcome all of you to join it. We have mentorship, we have LinkedIn, we have career talks, and Ajira club members. So those are some of the activities that we do at the center. And I would like to encourage all of you, because I believe that all of you want to pursue a career at a certain time. You may want to become an entrepreneur, or you may want to work in maybe your parents' businesses, but there are skills that you need to learn that will help you to get that which you want. So thank you so much. If you have any question, you can put it on the chat for the sake of time. And also our contacts are there. You can always call us. We'll be always there to support you. So our contact is 076-776-419-074. And the one you should always use most is placement@kca.ac.ke. We'll also be able to give you our link to requesting for a counselor. We'll put it on the chat. Should you require a counselor, just know that we are there to support you. So we'll actually put it on the wall so that you can be able to access it. Otherwise, thank you so much, and I wish you all the best. Just know that we are here for you. We'll help you journey as you go through your 4 years of study. Thank you and have a good afternoon.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Madam Emily. Thank you so much, Madam Emily. We'll be able to take all the questions after the presenters have talked. The next presenter is Frida Kyoko, Head of Student Finance. Frida, are you there? Please unmute Frida. Frida Kyoko, can you hear me? Just keep your questions. We'll be able to take them immediately after the presenters have shared their presentations. Frida?
Okay, yeah. Yes, I'm getting you, Lamek.
Beautiful. So we want to hand over the mantle to you to take us through the next session. Karibu.
Thank you, Lamek. Just a minute. I think I was not very settled. Let me put my video on so that they can be able to get to know my face. My name is Frida Kyoko. I'm the head of student finance. I sit in main campus, Block C, commonly known as Block C, but it's the Welcome Center. I start by welcoming you to KCA University. Karibuni KCA. Thank you for choosing to join us for your academic journey. We appreciate that you found us fit to train you. I want to start by introducing what is student finance. Can be assisted whether you are in the main campus or you are in the other campuses. Student finance deals with the student billings. If you are to be billed or invoiced anything, that will be done from our desk. Then there's student financial records also handled in student finance. Any matter to do with fee payment, whether you want to pay in installments. I think, Lamek, in case I get lost, kindly alert me. In case you have any issue with fee payment, any question on fee payment, that is handled in student finance. We have a representation in all our campuses, that is Kisumu campus. We have a gentleman there called Richard. Town campus, we have Eric Odrol in charge of student finance there. Kitengela campus, we have Ademba in charge of of the
Frida, your network is low. We can't hear you. Frida? Frida?
Protocols. So if you have any, Lamek, am I better now?
It's better now. Go on. Sure.
Okay, let me do without video because I think it's consuming a good bandwidth. Was just saying that we encourage everything to be done on email unless it really needs your physical.
Frida, we lost you again. You need to go to a
Now,
place where there is good network.
I will. Okay. Okay.
Frida, we are losing you. We can't hear you. We can't hear you completely now.
Now are you getting me?
Yeah, but you're breaking.
I'm asking. And now?
Yeah, that's better.
Let me hope I will not move now. So
Okay.
I wanted to mention, munanipata sasa?
Kabisa, go on, go on.
I wanted to mention something on unit registration. I know registrar might have mentioned this. For the first semester, we help you register your units. The subsequent semesters, you do it on your own on your student portal. So the subsequent semesters, make sure you register units on your own on the student portal. I know there's a training for that. So don't wait for us to do the registration for you. In case you have registered under a unit and for one reason or the other, you're not able to continue with that unit, it's advisable you write to us and copy registrar so that we drop the unit. We don't charge you fees for that unit. So you don't just abandon a class. You communicate officially that this class I'm not able to continue with for this particular unit. Then we remove it from your unit registered. The other thing is about academic leave. If for one reason or the other, maybe you get sick or you have commitment, you cannot continue with your course for that semester, you should communicate officially through the registrar's office. You can give us a copy of the email that you're not able to continue for this semester. Through that, we'll be able to stop your registration or to stop the bill. you will not be billed for service which we have not offered. In case you don't communicate, as we presume that you're in class and you're continuing with class. The other thing I would address the government-sponsored students. If you're a government-sponsored student, your program should be semester-based. That means you do 2 semesters in a year. You cannot do 3 subsequent semesters. What does that one mean? If you want to do the 3rd semester, you communicate to your parents, they organize to pay for you as a self-sponsored student. So don't do 3 semesters, don't register 3 subsequent semesters. If you take academic leave, it means you are behind your group by 1 semester or the period you have taken the academic leave. Know that you come when they're on long holiday to compensate for that period. The other thing is repeat units. Repeat units are fully paid for, whether for self-sponsored or for GSS. For a self-sponsored, I know you know the unit fee. For GSS, in case you fail a unit or you don't complete your coursework and you are given an incomplete result, you pay the repeat unit at the rate of self-sponsored. Government does not subsidize your fees for repeating a unit. What does that one tell you? You target to pass all your units. You fail a unit, you come here and pay 10,000 to repeat that unit, which was given to you at a very cheap rate. So you should work towards passing all the units. Payment terms for self-sponsored, we allow payment in installments. If you have seen your fee structures, we have given the installment breakdowns. On reporting, you should do 50%. By 5th of October, I would be expecting 30%. Then by 5th of November, we should clear fees in preparation for our exams. Payment modes, you are able to deposit money in our bank accounts. In case you deposit and you are far off or you are not able to reach our campuses to present the deposit slip, you can scan the slip or take a photo and share with us through the email. The other mode of payment, if you have a credit card or a Visa card, you can come to our cashiers and swipe the card. We mostly encourage use of M-Pesa payments because those ones you don't need to come to cashier. The pay bill number is 30078. Then account number, you use your student number. I know that is available in our website. Make sure the student number for payment has the stroke, 21 stroke. That will make sure that your records are updated without any intervention, because it will just update automatically. Those are some of the payment modes you can do in the bank transfer, but cash is not allowed. Don't give cash to anyone around here in the name of fees. If you give any cash, the university is not liable. We also allow bankers check. I know some of you were used to getting bankers check because you are directly from high school. So or any other mode of payment, as long as it's not cash, we'll allow. So if you make payment through the bank, make sure you share the details with us. Whether it's a bank transfer, share the details with us so that we can update your payment. The other thing I want to mention concerning student finance is discounts. We have some discounts or incentives. One of them is, we call it ISPAC discount. If you're a member of ISPAC or you are a parent, it has to be a biological parent, is a member of ISPAC. What you need to do is to get us a letter of good standing from ISPAC. ISPAC is just next to us here. It's labeled CPS Center for the ones who are bringing it on behalf of the parents. Just get the membership number of your parent, go to ISPAC, get us a letter of good standing that will entitle you to a discount of 10%. If you are the member, you will get a discount of 20%. We also have professional programs, that is CPA, ATD, which we also give at a discount for our students. You don't pay admin charges, which is around 4,000. And on top of that, we discount the tuition fee by 10% for you. That is to encourage you to do both professional course and your academic course. By the time you graduate a professional. The other thing, we have a CCNA. This is a networking program for the people who are taking ICT, BSc, BSIF. Those guys who are specializing in networking, these are professional course for you. For an outsider, we charge 10,000. It has around 4 levels. For an insider, our students will charge you 5,000. Outsiders, they pay 10. You get it at a half cost, which is 5,000. We also encourage you to enroll to it and leave here professional. Then there are the accounting packages, which we give at 5,000 for outsiders or any other person. But for our students, we give at 3,000. I know there are so many other programs which don't have professional programs within to support them, which I know the professional school is working to come up with the programs, and more discounts will come once we introduce those programs. The other thing I would wish to mention about is help and the bursary handling, because I know most of you are looking forward to apply. Lamek, hope I'm okay.
Yes, Frida, we can hear you.
Lamek, am I okay?
We can hear you. Go on.
Okay, we have issues of help. I know most of you are looking forward to apply for help funding. The application is online. You do it through their website. You create an account, do your application. If there's any stamping to be done by the school, you can come to our office or the registrar's office. The only thing I wanted to talk about is how do you do follow-ups? How do you follow up whether your money has been paid to the university, whether through bursary or the help? That squarely sits in our office, that is student finance. Once you apply help, when they disburse the money, they send you what we call a batch number. And allow me to mention this. If you reported with a birth certificate number, that is, you came to school before you acquired the age of 18 years, and you are registered with a birth certificate number, immediately you get your national ID, visit the registrar's office and change that number to your national ID number. Reason being, we update the help using the national ID number. And it's only people who have acquired the age of 18 can apply for help, the ones who have national ID. So once we receive your money and you don't have your national ID number, it means your money will just hang somewhere because we don't know how to allocate it. So immediately you apply for help, come to registrar, update your records, make sure we have your ID number. Once the money is disbursed, help usually send you what we call a batch number, batch disbursement number. For government sponsored, because I know my audience is mixed, it's only 4,000 per semester which comes to school. The rest of money should be credited in your account. That is your bank account. So that means for you to apply for help, you need to open a bank account. The other thing, when you're applying, you need to specify that you are government sponsored so that your money is not misdirected here, the whole of it. The money is indented only 4,000 for tuition, the rest is for your upkeep and also for clearing another fee balance. So when you are applying, make sure you indicate you are government sponsored student so that the money does not come here, all of it. For self-sponsored, all the money should come to the university. The only purpose to finance you for tuition fee. Currently, our TVET institution is not, it's a private one, so they have not been allowed to apply for help. That is diploma students and the professional course students. So this one is to master's or a degree student. Once the money is disbursed, you will get what we call a batch number. They will actually send you the first text that you have been allocated money. They will send you a second text that you have been awarded. The third one will talk of disbursement and it will have a batch number. That is the number you should quote if you're doing any follow-up with our office, that I was given help this batch number and it is not allocated. That will help us to trace the amount easily. The other thing, I know the young ones who have just joined us, they tend to have numbers which are registered for with the parent ID and all that. Kindly don't switch your number, phone number, because help also communicate to you using the number you gave them when you are being admitted. So in case your application fail, in case your application needs some documentation, they will do the communication through that phone number. So don't switch numbers. And us as student finance, particularly in KCA University, will communicate. So I want the money to be updated to this number, so that when we want to reach you, we can get you. When the help has issues, they can get you. Even the help, keep updating your records. If you change your phone number, change with help, so that if they need to reach you, they can reach you. They don't have to struggle, or they don't communicate and you don't get the communication, you keep waiting for money. So in case the disbursement is communicated to you, you will give us as a student finance office like a week, that is 7 working days, for the money to be credited to our account and for us to update your student portal. I know registrar or ICT should have advised you how to access the student portal, but I don't want to assume. The student portal is on our website. You go to student portal. Username is your admission number. Password is your student ID, the national ID number or birth certificate. When you open, you're able to see on your left side, there's financials. You can open your statement there and check whether your help has been updated. If it is not there, you can drop an email and do follow-up. But when you're doing follow-up on disbursement, that's the most critical thing. If it's a bursary which has been released, you can drop us an email, give it like a week. Most of them are usually posted. They'll tell you we are posted, so it will take like 3 days to get here. Give us like a week, then do the follow-up. Not immediately they call you, they tell you we have released bursary, then you come to follow up. That one will not have reached our end. So that is what I wanted to mention about help and bursary handling. The other general information, which I wish I thought that it will be useful to you. First, to start with, there are those of us who joined different, maybe you came for this BCom. When you came, you realized KCA. If you have changed program, make sure don't change from BCom, then the unit remains in the system as BCom. That means you will have difficulties accessing your results. So if you have changed, find time, not this week, of course, not next week, the other week, pass by our office and confirm what you are registered for. And be sure it's the course you are doing, in case you have changed course, not everyone. Or else you can go to your student portal, course registration, confirm the course appearing in your account.
Frida, we are losing you. Frida, we are losing you.
Because some of you change the register, so there's a possibility you are registered for the course which you are placed for, you are admitted for. So you are
Frida, your network. Yeah, so probably you can wind up.
Lamek?
Yes, yeah.
Lamek?
That's better. We can hear you. Okay. So Frida, are you there? There are some questions that came that I needed you to respond to. The first question is about M-Pesa. After I have paid my school fees using M-Pesa, what do I do? What are the steps that I need to follow? Secondly, if you can give clarity on the issue of government-sponsored students, on the issue of the trimester. If I come for the 2 semesters and I want to finish my studies probably faster, what do I need to do? And then I've seen a question here on help. Do diploma students qualify for help? Do diploma students qualify for help? So Frida, probably if you can answer those 3 questions, and then you can go to the next presenter. And also on the student discount, they need some clarity on the student discount. Frida? Frida, are you there? So probably as she's looking for a better network, I urge all the staff that are present, ensure that you're in a place where connectivity is good, and so that you're able to present without any hiccups. So Frida, when you're ready, please alert me so that we answer these questions that the students have raised. So the next presenter is Lamek Angila, who is the Dean of Students. And I'll take you through the next presentation very quickly, and I'll be able to take questions after that presentation. So confirm that you're able to see my screen. Great. So welcome to KCA University, class of September 2021. My name is Lamek Angila, the Dean of Students at this university. And I just want to share with you what we do at Student Affairs Office, because you will be interacting with this office probably each and every day or in the course of your study as a student in this institution. So the Student Affairs Office generally is headed by Director, Enrollment Management and Student Affairs, Mr. Justus Mutia. But under the Student Affairs team, we have the following personnel to help us. One, we have the Dean of Students. We have the Student Relations Coordinator. We have the Sports and Campus Recreation Coordinator. So if you're talented in any way, this is a good space for you to be in. International students and persons with disabilities coordinator are also part of our team. We are privileged to have a level 3 clinic or health facility at the university, which we have the university clinical officer who is able to prescribe your medicine. We have the university nurse, the laboratory technologist, the farm technologist, and lastly, we have the Student Association of KCA University, commonly known as SACU. So this is a student body that represents students' needs to the administration. So what do we do as a unit? One, we are concerned with the holistic development and complete student experience in and out of class. We complement whatever you are being taught in class. So you're very intentional with the activities that we come up with. We offer a range of activities under this particular office. One, we have the health services, and I'll be able to talk about them shortly. We also offer financial aids program. Frida's just talked about school fees and the timelines in which you need to pay this fee. However, in your journey as a student in this university, you might be faced with some financial constraints. So I'll be taking you through on the different financial aids that we have. We have annual student activities and events. I saw in your chat people asking Freshers Bash. So that is what this office does. We also register clubs and societies. If you want to have a meeting or probably a party or a trip, this is the office that you will be coming to. Accommodation services, games, and sport. So in realizing all this, we work closely with the student body, in this case called SACU, to ensure that all your issues are properly addressed. So if you have any question, something is not clear, please visit our office and we'll be able to assist you. Now, at KCA University, we have rules and regulations. Today, you are joining this great institution. But as you join, there are rules that have to be adhered. And therefore, after this session, please go to our website and download the university handbook. Download the university handbook. It will give you guidance on what is allowed and what is not allowed at KCA University. If you need clarity, please just reach out to us and we'll be able to assist you. We have work study and student engagement policy. We have bereavement policy. Suppose we lose a student or a student loses a parent, how does the university come in? We have the student trips policy, both locally and internationally, if you are going out of the country. We have sexual harassment policy here, and I want to stress on this one. When you come to the university, you have to maintain decorum. You have to know what are my boundaries, what are my limits, so that you don't go beyond those particular limits. We have the use of ICT policy, university clinic policy, clubs and societies policy. Probably you've joined KCA University and there is a club that you wish to start that is not existing here. We have a policy that will guide you. You'll find it at the Student Affairs Office. We have the sports scholarship policy. If you're talented in any sporting activity, then this policy can help you probably offset some of your fees. If you're able differently, we have a disability policy. that will give you, will stipulate your stay in this wonderful institution. We also have student tendering policy. Each and every year, we have student pitch businesses on campus, shops. So if you are interested in putting up a business on campus, this policy will come in handy for you. We have drugs and substance abuse policy. I also want to stress on this policy. Please read it, because if we find you abusing any drug on campus, we will not be laughing with you. We will send you home. So you need to be abreast with these particular policies. You need to be abreast with the rules and regulations that govern student life while studying at KCA University. And lastly, we have the Student Association of KCA University Constitution that governs the student body. Now, in terms of the financial aid program, one, we have what we call the work study program. So this is a need-based program. If you're extremely needy and you feel that you need you need some financial assistance, then this program is for you. You have to go through a thorough interview process, and then you will be placed in a particular office. Of importance to know here is when you are deployed as a work study student, the money that you earn, which is 300 shillings per day or 100 shillings per hour, will go directly to your fees. We are not giving you cash to your account or M-Pesa. So that needs to be very clear. Secondly, is a student engagement program. Student engagement program is a skill-based program. Probably you are a good animator, you are a good painter or a carpenter, you are skilled in an area. Then the university will hire you and place you in a particular office of your interest that will help you grow professionally. However, before you are deployed, you'll also go through a thorough interview process before you are deployed. Now, under student engagement program, students earn between 500 to 900 shillings per day, depending on the office and the level of skill that we've ascertained and placed in any particular office. So if you're a student and you feel that you're skilled and probably needy, this program will come in handy for you. We have the Student Association of KCA University bursaries. So the student body also gives bursaries to supplement or to help those needy students. Frida has talked about the help and bursaries. I'll not get into it. We also have the sports scholarship. We'll be able to share all this to your emails. And lastly is the loyalty discounts, which Frida has also discussed. If your parent is a member of ISPAC, then you're able to get discounts. Under our student wellness and extracurricular activities, I've mentioned this, we have a health service. If you're in main campus, we have a university clinic just next to the library. And there we have the university clinical officer, the nurse, the lab technologists, and the farm tech. Now, we might have scenarios where we have a serious case that is not, probably we can't handle at our clinic. In such cases, we refer our students to the nearest health facility. In this case, we usually go to Avenue or Kenyatta National Hospital or Kenyatta University Teaching and Referral Hospital. Once we've referred you, we will get in touch with your guardian and let them know that we've taken you to that particular hospital. It is important to note that the university will only meet the cost of the first aid and the referral. Once you are at that particular space, then your parent or guardian needs to take up the costs. Secondly, and this needs to, you need to pay attention to this, we have a student personal accident cover for all our students. So if you're playing football and you get hurt, accidentally get hurt, then we have a special cover for you. If you are probably going, you are at home and you get knocked down or run over by a car and you dislocate your foot or something close to that, then we are able to assist you. Now, the liability benefit is as follows. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Please confirm you can hear me. It's okay. Okay, beautiful. So under student personal accident cover, um, if you get an accident and by default probably we lose a student at KCA University, then we'll compensate the family with 250,000. If it is a permanent total disability, it's 250,000. If it's a medical expense, you've dislocated your foot, then we'll take you to the hospital and pay up to 30,000 Kenya shillings. And we'll also contribute to the funeral expense up to 20,000 shillings. Of importance here is it is a student personal accident cover, not a health cover, not malaria, typhoid, and all that. If anything happens accidentally, then we're able to sort you out. Now, at our clinic, we've introduced a new service called the telemedicine. You might be so far away, from the university. Therefore, you can reach or consult or access our clinic services through telemedicine. A student can call or text to get a prescription or health education. So the numbers are as projected in your screen: 0741 081 775. 0741 081 775. So the services offered there are consultancy, health education, prescriptions, and if you have any questions on accident cover. At KCA University, you also have different clubs and sporting activities, as you can see. So all these are there to promote intellectual and social interaction among our students' community. So these are some of the clubs that we have. They are not exhausted. We have the drama club, peer counseling club, the tech club, St. John's, chess, swimming club, protocol team, accounting club, and so many clubs. When you go to the student handbook, you'll see the whole list of clubs that are there at KCA University. So if you're stuck or if you want to join any club and you're not sure of where to go, please visit our offices and we'll be able to assist you. We also have religious groups on campus. And here we have the Christian Union, the Catholic Association, the Seventh-day Adventist, and Muslim Student Association. So feel free to join either of these particular religious groups if you are a student at KCA University. We also have different sporting activities on campus, and our sports team participate in the Kenya University Sports Association leagues. We also have some like basketball and rugby in the Premier League. So we have football, basketball, rugby, volleyball, karate, taekwondo, badminton, swimming, and so many other sporting activities around campus. So if you want to plug in into any of the sporting activities, please feel free to visit our offices. When you look at the student handbook, it also mentions something on the student trips. You are allowed to go for all university trips as long as you are a registered student. As long as you are a registered student, with the exceptions of the government-sponsored student who might be on long holiday. So for all trips, whether academic or extracurricular, you'll be accompanied by a patron and a SACU official or a student leader for that group of students. And lastly, bereavement. If we lose a student, the university will come in to support the family. The university will offer support as per the university policy. If a student, in the case of a student, we will give a bus and give some money to the family. So if you need more information, please read on the student handbook and you'll be able to get assistance. Lastly, we have partnered with an organization called Rentco for students who might be interested to get laptops. Now, we dub it Get a Laptop Lease to Own. So KC has partnered with this institution to enable students purchase laptops. So if you need a laptop and you are stuck, then go to the website under applications, click on laptop acquisition. There you will see the application form and the different models of laptop that are there, including the payment plan. So just follow those particular procedures, and then you'll be able to get laptop. Once you pay 10% of the commitment fee, sorry, here is 15%, but once you pay 10% of the commitment fee, you'll be able to get that laptop, which you can now be paying in installments. And when you get this laptop, please take good care of it, because you'll be paying for it for as long as you're a student at KCA University. Now, we've also partnered with Safaricom to offer what we call educational data bundles, or subsidized educational data bundles. So the information is here as presented. You just will share it with you on your respective student email addresses on how to go about it. But of essence is there's a link that will be shared to all of you. You fill in the link, and then your numbers will be whitelisted by Safaricom for you to access this particular data pass. So lastly, if you are stuck and you can't figure out where to go or who to ask, Student Affairs Office is there to assist you, is there to work with you, is there to help you. At the main campus, we are located at the new Student Center. At Kitengela campus, Town campus, and Western campus, we have student or campus life coordinators who will help you figure out or help you if you feel stuck and you need some assistance. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. If you have any questions, we'll be able to take them after all the presenters have done their work. At this point, I want to invite the University Counselor to take us through her presentation, and then you can go forward. So Belinda, karibu. Belinda, are you there? Okay. So if Belinda is not there, at this point, I want to invite the university librarian, the university deputy librarian. Please, karibu. Wana SK. Please unmute. Belinda, are you there? I can see SK just settling in. So as we wait for them, probably if anyone has any question, if anyone has any question, I can respond as I let SK settle in so that he can get ready to present. So Nikki, I can see your hand up. Just unmute Nikki. It's called Nikki. Okay, let me see. Okay, Nikki.
Kindly advise on the students being given exemptions.
That one will the registrar will answer it. The registrar will be able to answer it. Audrey, are you there? Audrey? Probably can take 2 or 3 questions, and then we can see if you're able to answer them. I can see who is there now. Bernard.
There is this issue of days number of these timetables.
Okay, Bernard. So the timetables will be uploaded on the university website. So if you have you need clarity on the timetable, just visit the university website and you'll find them uploaded there already. Okay, so SK, I hope you're ready to present. Karibu sana.
Thank you, Lamek. Carry on.
Yes, are you able to share from your side?
Yes, I could.
Yes, please. Let's
If
go
you
on and
give
share
me-
from your side.
If you, okay, fine.
We can see it, so you can go on, sir. All the best.
Thank you. All right, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Masharia. I am the Deputy University Librarian, KCA University, and I am thrilled to have you join KCA University. And I'm here to spend a few minutes with you, introduce the university library. I will need more time to get you going in terms of use of the library. So by the end of this short presentation, I will be making a request or an invitation to all of you to consider joining the library team so that you can be well grounded on how you're going to be using the library. Our main campus library has a name, and that is the Martin Oduol Otieno Library. And we are a world-class university library. And if you go online and do a search on Maktaba Awards, that was a competition that used to happen a few years ago. Now it is not going on. We have won a few awards in that competition. So we are one of the best university libraries around. And to be able to access the library, I want to take you through the gates that you can use to access the resources that you'll be using in your research. You will need to go to the university website. And I'm now taking you to the access of resources that are managed by the university library. If you do not want to visit the physical library, you just need to go to the university website. And then from the university website, you will not be able to view the library page, but you will view a link or a menu, information resources. So university website, then you go to information resources. From information resources, you'll be able to see the library. On your chart, I've shared the link to the library page, which can easily help you to be able to access our services and our resources. So once you get to the library, then you can be able to access whatever service that you need or whatever resource that you need. The library page typically looks like this. This is a screenshot of the library page. This is our main campus library. I've told you that the name is Martin Oduol Otieno Library. You can see the name clearly there. And if you are on this page, you have options of the resources that you need, the access to different options of resources that you may need. And we have highlighted the main ones. If you want to know whether the library has a particular book, you just need to go to OPAC. OPAC stands for catalog. It is the library catalog. If you want to access the digital library or e-library, that's the virtual library, you go to off-campus access, and then you'll be able to get all that. So if you are interested in accessing the past examination papers, you go to the past papers. We will teach you how to navigate through all these once you come to our training sessions. For now, I would like to talk about the main campus library in a more detailed manner. And the library is available is open for 7 days in a week. That is the main campus library, the physical library. On Mondays to Fridays, we open between 7:30 and 8:30 p.m. So if you're in the main campus, you have access to this library 7:30 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. in the evening. If you want to access the library during the weekend, it is 8 a.m. and to 6 p.m. On Sundays, it is 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. For those who want to use their e-library, that is the online library, there are no limits in terms of when you can use the library. It's well supported by the ICT infrastructure in the university, so it's available 24/7, means 24 hours every day in a week. So if you want to study at night, midnight, no, there are no limits when it comes to that. For you to be able to get our premium services, so meaning that you want to access our subscribed resources like electronic books, you want to access our electronic journals, or you want to borrow printed resources from the library, you will need to have 2 accounts activated. The first account, we call it the library management system, Koha users account. This account that will help you to be able to borrow items from our libraries, whether it is the main campus library or the other campus libraries, because we have the library in the main campus, in Kitengela campus, town campus, and also in the Western campus. So all the campuses, they have libraries there. You will need library management system accounts. If you want to access the you will need a different account from that. And we call that now that e-library users account, Limo Texas. For activation of these accounts, I have shared the email that you should use. If you just write a request to library@kca.ac.ae and you introduce yourself and share your student number, they will be able to activate the account for you, the 2 accounts for you, and they will share a link that you're going to use for you to be able to get your password for accessing these resources. Otherwise, you are invited to visit your library information desk. When you go to the university library page, there are other details on the staff that you can contact for you to get your services, whether you are activating a user's account or probably you want to know about a certain service. Maybe you had checked out something from the library and then you want to communicate that you're having a challenge in returning. So there are a list of staff who are there whom you can contact directly. So apart from writing to library@kca.ac.ae, you could directly contact this library staff. If you're from Western campus, I want to encourage you, if you're from now the Kisumu campus, I want to encourage you that you contact the librarian who is in charge of that campus. His name is clearly there on the website. When you go there, you will see him and the email address that you can use to contact him directly. If you're from Kitengela, then there is an email for the Kitengela campus librarian, town campus librarian, and then I have put 3 contacts for the main campus library. I said that I am not sure if it is possible for me to take you through all you need to do in this brief orientation session. So we are inviting you to come to the library for training. With this training, you'll be able to comfortably access books and journals from our university library. I do not think that if you've not gone through this training, you'll be able to be really successful in this venture. So I want to encourage all of you to consider it as a priority. On 30th of September, we will do a training physically here in the main campus library, beginning from 2 to 3 p.m. If you're not able to attend that training physically, you can join our virtual session. So we'll do it both physically and virtually. We will share the links for joining the Zoom online version of that training. And then we'll do the same on 7th of October. For the first training that is on 30th, we're encouraging all professional program students and those doing professional courses to consider joining that training. And on 7th of October, we'll be doing a training for all the undergraduate students. Contact the university library. If you want to come physically, please come. If you want to join the online training, the link will be shared again, same time, 2 to 3 p.m., 1 hour training. If you're a postgraduate student, we'll do your training on Thursday, 14th October 2021 from 5 to 6 p.m. We want to put it a little bit later in the evening before you probably begin your classes in the evening if you'll be having any class that day. And if you're a distance learning student, I don't know, maybe there could be some who here. We organize the same kind of training on from 5 to 6 p.m. This is going to be virtual. Please take note that for the postgraduate student training, it's going to be pure virtual, and for the distance learning student, it's also going to be purely virtual. For the undergraduate and professional program student, we are going to have a blend. So we'll have virtual and also physical training. For more information, again, I want to invite you, you can contact us through the library at kca.ac.ke, or you can physically come and we will serve you. You're welcome to KCA University, and thank you very much. That's it from the library for now. See you in the training sessions. Thank you and God bless you. Lamek, I'm done.
Thank you, SK, for that. As I said, we'll take all the questions immediately. We are done with the last presenter. So please, the presenters, don't leave the forum so that you're able to answer the questions that are raised. We are also taking note of some of the questions that you are asking on the chat box, and I believe the presenters will be able to answer them even as they do their presentation. So at this point, I want to invite the University Chancellor, Belinda Mumo, to quickly just take us through her presentation very briefly before you go to the next person. So Belinda, over to you.
Thank you, Lamek. I believe you can hear me.
Yes, we can. Go ahead.
Thank you. I want to present very shortly on the counseling services. I know Madam Emily mentioned about that. Just before my presentation, allow me to take one of your minutes just to let you know that today, the 10th of September, is World Suicide Prevention Day. And the theme is creating hope through action. And the action you can take is talking to someone, getting to know how they are doing, getting to know that they have someone they can lean on, they have someone they can talk to if they are overwhelmed. And if it's you, also reaching out to someone you trust and opening up. Because when we withdraw from our friends, from our circles, then the more the challenge becomes. It's good to know that each one of us at one given point, we do go through a mental distress, and how we handle it matters a lot. So today, just make sure that you reach out to somebody, you tell someone there is hope, there is life beyond today. And if they feel really, really overwhelmed, let them take just one day at a time. Let them not really like look at where will this future lead me. So we all can save a life. Thank you. So I go back to my presentation. And I just want to talk about the counseling services at KCA University. We offer free services to all registered KCA students. Whether you're on academic leave or you're on session, you are entitled to get free counseling sessions. Our sessions are confidential. Confidential means that what you share with your counselor remains between the two of you. And I know I have challenges because most of us are coming from high school where you shared with your guidance and counseling teacher, and the next thing I've heard is that you had it somewhere. That is not professional. However, when you are in high school, again, you are under 18, most of you, and when you are under 18, we have exception to confidentiality where your parents are the only ones who can give consent. But the moment you turn 18, then you are able to make consent to counseling. And so if you request counseling services, we do not need to inform your parents unless they are the ones who referred you here. It's good to note that confidentiality has exceptions. And number one is if you are a danger to yourself. Like if you are thinking and planning to die by suicide, then we will not keep quiet on that. Or if you are a danger to others, for example, you're planning to commit homicide, we'll also not keep quiet on that. And number three, if you tell us of a current child abuse, we'll also not keep quiet on that. You realize that exceptions to confidentiality is on matters to save life. So every other detail you share with us remains between you and your counselor. We are also non-judgmental. We do not judge you. You are taken the way you are, and your views are valid. And then we also exercise professionalism, like we observe all the code of ethics for professional counselors and psychologists. So feel free to come to the counseling center, request counseling services, and then you'll be helped. It's good to mention that you do not go for counseling because you have a mental illness. Sometimes life gives you ups and downs, and sometimes you just want to have a clear way of thinking through. You want to figure out. So kindly, whatever challenge it is, come and we'll walk with you until you get to that place where you feel you are able to walk alone and confident. Our services include, but not limited to, individual counseling, where you can come and it's only you and the counselor. We have group therapy for various groups, so you can find which group is attending this particular period, and then you can join that group that you feel like you want to benefit from. We have career counseling, as Emily mentioned. We also have life skills training. From time to time, we do announce life skills training, so you can attend and get to learn more about different skills of life. We also do crisis intervention. Maybe you are in a crisis. Sometimes if something just has happened or some news, and you can't really contain it, we are able to intervene and be able to assist you get through that phase. We do also have the peer counselors. Lamek mentioned we have the peer counseling club, and this office trains the peer counselors and also helps them organize different activities on campus. Like today, they have been doing a lot of awareness throughout the week on the suicide prevention. And so if you are someone who feels like you have the heart to help, kindly go ahead and register for the peer counseling club, and you'll be able to join them and be part of the great team that is caring and helping other students on campus. Also, we do also couple therapy for people who are both students. So in case it is you and you've decided that you are married while on campus and you want some counseling, kindly come and we'll be able to help you through. How do you access the services? On the website, when you go to applicants and students, you'll be able to see counseling services, and there's online booking for students. Once you click there, a form pops up and you can fill and then send to us, and we will be able to reach out to you. And you can also call that phone number because this is the number that sits with the university counselor. You can always call or text requesting for counseling, or in the event that you have an emergency, you can always reach out to us. You can also request for counseling services via email, which is also written there. You can also walk to our office, which is located at the Student Center. So kindly feel free to seek our services. It's also good to note that we do both the telecounseling and the physical counseling. You can be seen in our offices, or we can see you online via Zoom or via phone call. So once you request counseling, kindly indicate which mode you do prefer to be seen through. And I think that marks the end of my presentation. Thank you very much. Over to you, Lamek.
So thank you, Belinda, for that. Please, if you feel you need somebody to talk to, we have a university counselor. The numbers have been well projected, or you can visit the Student Affairs office and we'll be able to give you that number. Just some announcement as we prepare Susan Aduo to do the next presentation. There was a question that was asked on Moodle training. So there will be a training session on Moodle next week, and it will run on Tuesday and on Thursday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. So Moodle training will be done next week, Tuesday and Thursday from 11 to 1 p.m. From 11 to 1 p.m. 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Thank you. So our next presenter is Madam Susan Aduo, and she'll be able to introduce herself and tell us what she does. So Susan, over to you.
Thank you very much, Lamek, and good afternoon, everyone. I believe it's almost evening, but it's still afternoon. So yes, as you have been told, my name is Susan Aduo. I am in charge of resource mobilization and alumni relations. So I'm going to tell you quite a bit about alumni relations, a little bit about resource mobilization, but my presentation is more of an enticement, because alumni, we are looking at you when you get to that stage. When you wear that gown, these are actually KCA graduates, so that's exactly what our gowns look like. Once you graduate, then you become an alumnus of KCA. So what is the purpose of an alumni association? Why would you want to join an alumni association? You've graduated, you've finished, you've gone out of the university. Why do you still want to be associated with the university? So it's basically to support a network of former graduates who in turn help to raise the profile of the university. And there are many ways in which they raise the profile. And just like any other university organization, you've been told about clubs, you've been told about all those nice things you can do when you're still a student. And in those nice groupings, you find your like-minded people. So is the Alumni Association. You're people who have studied in the same university, you have had similar experiences. So you've been molded and you're thinking, your interests are probably quite similar. So that's the point at which you connect. So, So what are the objectives of the association? So it's basically to connect alumni with one another. You've graduated, gone out there, you've lost contact, people have changed numbers. There's still a way you can find people when you're looking for them. Then it motivates continuing students. You had Madam Emily, career placement, talk about mentoring, talk about job shadowing and all those nice things. The alumni, who are already working do this for the students. Then to uphold the good name of the university, the way you carry yourself out there impacts on the name of the university. So once you've graduated and you go out there and you're presentable, you are doing a good job wherever it is you're employed, it creates opportunity for others coming behind you. So those are some of the things we encourage. Then it promotes collaboration between the university and industry. Again, once alumni are out there, whenever they hear of opportunities, they tell us, hey, tell your students to apply for this and this. Tell your students to do this and this so that they can fit into this and this opening. So that is another support they do. And then it's engaging in fundraising activities at the university. This gives you an opportunity to give back to the institution that has shaped your career, and not just your career, actually the rest of your life. So you get that opportunity. And yeah, so the alumni, we do fun things. We are not just about seriousness. We do fun things. Then how does one become a member? When you graduate, membership is automatic. Then you get to be a registered member, then you get to be an active member. There are all those stages that you will get to know once you graduate. But know that at graduation, membership is automatic. Again, we continue to do fun things. Then, what are some of the benefits? So there's continuous learning. You get people talking to you about different issues that will help your life. There's networking for business, for referrals. The referrals could be for business or for placement. Someone can be your referee for a certain job you're going for. And because that specific person who's an alumni of KCA referred you, your chances of getting the job are higher because that person is respected in those supports. Then we socialize. We do dinners, we do team building. You've seen some pictures. We do excursions. Then there is access to university facilities. The librarian talked about some beautiful resources that KCA has. And many times we get our students who have graduated are doing some further education, probably at another institution. Then they remember KCA has good facility. They come back to ask whether they can use the library. And through the Alumni Association, we allow. There's tuition discounts for those coming to do their masters. There's career placement services, which you can still access once you have graduated, so that is allowed. Then we have group packages where we get discounts on things like travel, on insurance, and on financial products. And particularly on travel, we have done some international trips where we got really good prizes for the trip that we went to. Then it's a platform where you can advertise your brand. Some of you are already in business, so that gives an added opportunity. And then it's also an opportunity to give back. The alumni does CSR activities, which enables them to give back to society. So that is a group of alumni that went to Dubai, and they were able to do so much more than what they paid for, just because they were a group. And because of the group, they got the discount. Then I'll tell you about resource mobilization. Resource mobilization basically is fundraising for scholarship. And we have 3 products here. The Dean of Students talked about financial aid for students. That exists. So this is in addition to what the Dean of Students talked about. So we have the Founders Scholarships. These are given by the KCA University Endowment Fund. Then we have a project called Comrades for Comrades. It's a project that it's gone through the rigors of being formed. I'll tell you more about it a little later. Then we have the Alumni Scholarship Fund. Again, by 2022, it means 2022 is when students will start benefiting. So you're actually in the right place at the right time. So when we talk about the Founders Scholarships, this is supported by the KCA University Foundation. It offers scholarships to needy students based on available funds. So this is for continuing students. And then so far, 12 students have benefited. Why so few? Because it is an endowed fund. As we go on, you will understand what the endowed fund is all about. and what it means. Then we have the comrades for comrades. This is the one that you will feel most engaged with, because it is an initiative by students for students. Students before you, some are still on campus, came and said, what can we do to support our fellow students from dropping out of school? And like the counselor said, if you find a classmate who is struggling, sometimes it could be for financial reason, listen to them, talk to them, engage them, and if possible, speak for them. Speaking for them means if there's a place they can get help and they're probably not feeling strong enough to go and ask for the help, you can actually do it on their behalf. So this is the kind of initiative that the students were thinking about. So it was led by class reps from inception. Students proposed that each of them could contribute just 50 shillings. If each of you gave just 50 shillings, what it can do that's every trimester, what it can do for students who are in need is amazing. Then this kitty will support students identified and approved by fellow students. And then my office now will support in managing the fund and coordinating the initiative. So come January next year, you may see a 50 shilling added to your fees. And this is what it is going to be towards. And you will certainly be involved at classroom level in identifying and approving the students who will get the scholarships, because you sit with them in class. Many will apply, but you people sit with them in class, you know who is really needy. And a needy student can be anyone. Today I could be on top of the world, but life can flip overnight. And tomorrow I'm in a position where I need. So students will be quite instrumental in identifying those students. So if you see that coming your way, you already know what it's about. For those students who are not on board at this session, should you hear another student asking, why is there this 50 bob in my fees? You will be able to explain to them, and it will be for a good cause. So that is part of the CSR that we do. We have, as alumni, we have adopted a children's home in Kariobangi. It's called Soul Mercy. So that's one of our many visits to Soul Mercy. You can see the alumni dotted in their branded t-shirts, that white logo over there. And also in my presentation, you will notice that my logo is different from what the others have been using. This is the logo for the Alumni Association. And with that, I'll say welcome to KCA. You have made the right choice and you are at the right place. Karibuni sana. Thank you, Lamek, and over to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Susan. Thank you, Susan. So I know that we've really shared a lot, but please don't get tired. We still have probably just the last presenter, and then we can take the questions after that. Before I invite the next presenter, who is the Director, Enrollment Management and Student Affairs, Mr. Justus Mutia, I've seen questions being asked about the timetable. So when you go to our university website, you'll find that the timetables have been uploaded there for diploma, certificate, and undergraduate. So you'll be assisted. There was also a question on the Moodle training. Some of you are saying that they might be in class. So that session will be recorded and then it will be shared to you. So you can just go to our KCA University Facebook page and you'll be able to see the Moodle training if at all you are not able to attend the training. As I mentioned earlier, these trainings will be taking place on Tuesday and Thursday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. So ladies and gentlemen, the next presenter, as I mentioned earlier, is the Director, Enrollment Management and Student Affairs. Mr. Justus Mutia. So karibu, Mr. Mutia. Please unmute him.
Thank you, Lamek.
Great.
Thank you very much, Lamek. I hope you can get me clearly.
Yes, we can. Go on.
Oh, great. Good evening. It's my pleasure to welcome you to KCA University. My name is Justus Mutinda Mutia, Director, Enrollment Management and Student Affairs. And as our Dean has mentioned, I want to give a brief keynote address to all of us as new students of the KCA University family. Today, I consider it a privilege to address you. I know I had the opportunity to meet the College of Business students, but for today, I want to consider this as a special opportunity for me to talk to all of us, students who have just joined us this September intake. We have students who have joined us for degree programs, diploma programs, certificate programs, and professional courses. And I want to assure you that the decision that you made to join KCA University is a decision that you will never regret. And I also want to challenge you that for you not to regret making the decision to join KCA University, in many ways, it will also depend on the challenge you're going to accept, that you have a responsibility to create a future that you can be proud of. Allow me to share my presentation so that we can move together. I promise to be very brief, and then we can engage thereafter. Dean Lamek, kindly allow me to share.
There's somebody who is sharing the screen as well. Are you able to see it from your side?
Okay.
So just a minute, Mr. Mutia.
Yes.
Who is this now? Okay. Can you try sharing now?
Let me try. Yes, I hope you can now see my presentation.
Yes, sure, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So my brief presentation is entitled Laying Your Foundation, or basically defining your future now. And like I told the students of College of Business, I want to consider myself addressing this message to the class of 2025. That should not scare you, but I've given an assumption that you are the class of 2025 because if you consistently go through your program, you are due to graduate in the year 2025. And out there, after exiting KCA University, after your first degree, you'll be very proud to say that you were in the class of 2025. Sometimes you can talk in terms of the year you joined, but not everyone is going to graduate. So sometimes it's better to use the year of graduation as a reference of your class. Now, how or what should you consider at a time like now? That is a discussion that we have today. And I want to make it brief as I promised. That you have a future to build, and this is a time to lay the foundation for that great future. Now, those of us who refer to the Bible, I want to refer you to a great book known as Genesis. And in Genesis, there is a point where the message of planting seeds comes in. And the assurance is that there's a moment to plant, and there's a moment to harvest. And today I want to challenge you based on that message that you are in the process of planting the future that you want to see. It is seed time. And this is a great moment for you that you need to be very keen as you make your first step and as you progress towards that great future. KCA University is proud to have you on board. And on behalf of the Enrollment Management Department, the department that is hosting this orientation, I want to say Karibu Sana, KCA University. We speak on behalf of the greater family of KCA University. And as you continue to spend the next few months, especially this trimester, you're going to discover that KCA University is a great family. But the greatness of the family is basically tied to the character of the members of the family. And so we want to challenge you to acquire a character that any member of your family can be proud of. I want to mention that many of us, probably it's the first time you are staying away from your family, the first time you are in charge of your life. And so I think I'm right to tell you that you are free at last. But I want to challenge you and tell you that the choices that you make from now onwards will determine the kind of person you become. Choices have consequences. You have to think critically about where you think you'll end up, the kind of professional you want to become, and then challenge yourself that what does it take to become that professional you see yourself becoming? You have to adopt a character, adopt a mindset that will prepare you to become that great person you want to become. Many of us, and I believe not a majority of us, for example, you want to be in charge of your lives. You may probably don't want to become employees, you want to be employers. You have an opportunity to start building that kind of future. We, as a university, have provided the platform, the resources that you require, and the professionals that you need to connect with so that you can begin to inquire, you can begin to seek to know what it takes to become that professional. And courtesy of the officials, the professionals that we have, will be supported to achieve your dream. And so I'm saying that I want you to use this time that you have to spend a lot of your time laying the foundation. That if you want to construct, if you want to set a building, for example, that will go several stories, then it matters the kind of foundation that you set. The stronger the foundation, the higher you can go. And so I'm challenging all of us that there are many people out there who are looking forward to your success, are looking forward to your graduation so that you can become their foundation. And so it's upon you, on behalf of your family, on behalf of the people who rely on your effort later, that it's upon you now to do your best, lay the foundation so that later you can be of help to many others who rely on your success. I'm talking about your immediate family. I'm talking about your society where you come from. I'm talking about the greater community that can benefit from your success. Today we are enjoying, for example, within a very short time, we have seen the world attempt to conquer the COVID pandemic. And people are wondering why the vaccines have come out so fast, unlike in the past. And basically, the truth is that we are now enjoying the success of people who have spent a lot of time ensuring that we have these solutions available to save lives. So similarly, I'm saying that we shall rely on you some years later, but we cannot hope for that kind of support unless you do your best now. So KCA University is now partnering with you to help you define that successful future and to help you lay the foundation that will give us the solutions we are looking for in the world we live in. I want to challenge you as a student to avoid disruptions. Focus on your mission. Why did you join KCA University? What is it that you want to achieve in the next 3 years, the next 4 years, the next 2 years? Avoid disruptions. Why am I saying that? Because I'm about to tell you that in the university, you have everything that you want, including what you don't want. And if you're not very careful, friends will come along and give you a different agenda from the one you're pursuing. So you got to know what you want so that you remain focused on that. I'm challenging you to learn very fast. Be quick to learn. I know many of us have been here for the last 1 week, but we are telling you that you need to master your campus. If you're in Kisumu, if you're in Kitengela, if you're in town, master your campus and create time to visit our other campuses so that you can know KCA University and the satellite campuses that exist. Get to learn your friends. Very soon, you're going to find that you need to have a friend to share the resources that you have. You have taken a room, for example, that is going for 5,000 per month. Soon you'll find you can share that room with a friend and make some savings. This is a time to know the kind of friend you need in life. Take time to learn your teachers, your professors. There is nothing as encouraging as referring to your lecturers by their names. So be very unfortunate to seek a service and then you start describing people in terms of their height or their color. Whichever, we challenge you to interact with your lecturers, get to know them by their names. That way, you'll find it very easy to get the support we're talking about. The campus life, like I promised to mention, do not underrate the environment where you've been placed. You probably may think that if you're in town campus, all it takes is just to climb the stairs to different floors, but I want to challenge you to master your environment. Don't underrate the environment where you are studying, where you're spending the next 2 years, the next 3 years. It can build or destroy you. When you talk about building you, we refer to the friends you're going to make. We refer to the kind of environment you're going to create to connect with other people. That can help you to succeed in your mission. And as I said, this is an environment with a number of opportunities. There are opportunities to succeed, but also in such an environment, you still find that if you decide to mess up your future, then there's an opportunity to be destroyed in the same environment. And I want to take this opportunity as your director to encourage you to be very careful so that you don't get messed up as you progress in your career, in your studies. Today, we are experiencing so many challenges, and I think the University Council has mentioned some. I encourage you to be wise, to make the right choices, and soon you'll find the benefits as you come to the end of your program, and probably as you consider coming back for a second degree. I'm also telling you to live a balanced life, because you are not just here for books alone. Your focus, of course, the primary goal is to pass and succeed in graduating in your program. That's what we are calling academics. But it will be very unfortunate that all you can take from KCA University is good grades. You need to explore your talents, participate in co-curricular activities. And like I told another group, if you don't find what you want or what you have done in the past in your high school life, I challenge you that you have an opportunity to share those ideas with the Dean of Students, and then we can see how we can begin to introduce the kind of activities, the kind of engagements that you think can bring life to your colleagues. So you have an opportunity to innovate student life at KCA University, and we shall support you to achieve that. We are challenging you to learn, to master what is not taught in class. What is not taught in class, fortunately, has become the most sought after skill after you graduate. So that you only use your degree, your diploma, to gain entry to your first job or wherever you want to be after you graduate. But thereafter, it is what you mastered outside the class that determines your success. Your ability to communicate, your ability to interact with other people, your ability to create solutions wherever you go is what will determine your success out there. So this is a time, this is the opportunity you have to master that which is not taught in class. For example, we are saying that you need to participate in CSR activities. You need to champion clubs. If you are a religious person, you need to be a pastor or an imam. Do something. Let us see the potential in you. If you can sing, please sing. If you can innovate, then there are many ideas that you can convert into innovations. Discover yourself. What does it take to achieve all this? We're saying discipline and a focused mind will help you a lot. Ensure you select the right company, the right team, be in the right discussion group. But above everything else, we are appealing to you to be a good ambassador of your university. Out there, people will ask you, which university are you? Most likely they'll be asking you because of what they have seen in you. So take advantage and be a good ambassador of your university so that you represent the character of the KCA University family. Now, very briefly, let me share briefly about your university, some brief history that you need to know. KCA University was founded as Kenya College of Accountancy in 1989. And I want to urge you that the use of KCA as an acronym was entirely for the College of Accountancy. And over time, Kenya College of Accountancy became synonymous to the acronym or the brand KCA. And because of that, when we became a university, the fathers of this institution decided to adopt the brand KCA as the name of the university. So anyone telling you what does KCA mean, tell them KCA means KCA. It's a name like any other name. We were founded by the Institute of Certified Public, not professional, sorry, Public Accountants of Kenya, ISPAC. And if you want to know where ISPAC is, for those at Ruaraka, we share, or we are neighbors. We used to share the compound, but now we are neighbors. And that is where our founders, our sponsor is found. Any of us who may later pursue CPA and become members of the ISPAC, then you automatically become a sponsor of the university, and by extension, you become our employer. We became a university in the year 2007, precisely 26th July. That's when we got our interim authority to operate as a university. And that's the time, as I mentioned, we adopted the name KCA University. Later in the year 2013, we received our charter. Charter simply means the full authority to run as a university. That is given by the government of Kenya. And just to show how serious we are, in the year 2016, a study was conducted by the British Council seeking to know the marketability of business graduates in Kenya. And KCA University, alongside one other university who have voted the best private university, whose graduates are most preferred by employers. So this is public information, you can access it. So what's the vision of the university? To be the premier business and technology university of choice, whose graduates competently and confidently serve the nation of Kenya, the region, and the global community. This is a challenge to all of us. We're looking forward that as you graduate, you will have the confidence to serve anyone, not just in Kenya, but to serve anywhere in the globe. Our mission is to offer high quality, integrated and market-driven teaching, research, and extension services in a safe and supportive academic environment. This is what defines the environment in which we operate. This is what you need to identify yourself with, so that whatever you do, you challenge yourself. Am I becoming someone who can serve anywhere in this world? Am I helping my institution to be considered a premier institution? Do I look like someone who is studying in a premier business and technology university? I know you're asking yourself, if you're taking, for example, Bachelor of Education, every program we have in the university has a bearing in promoting business and technology in this country. You cannot have these experts without having the right trainers. And so we are training you to be the person who will create the professionals who will serve in these regions as defined. Why KCA University? We are saying that KCA University has deliberately attracted and developed very competitive academic and professional programs, has attracted qualified and professional faculty who are very dedicated to their work. As Banamachari has mentioned, we have the state-of-the-art library resources that are accessible 24 hours a day. As he has mentioned, I think the training will be coming where you learn how to access the resources anytime, wherever you are. The Dean has mentioned that we have a very engaging campus life. And here I want to challenge you that it is your choice to decide to engage. And you have an opportunity to create the campus life that you want. Partner with the fellow students, partner with the Office of the Dean of Students to make this to pass. We have financial aid programs to support you as a student, especially those of us who need some extra income to sustain yourself. We were very successful in ensuring that we don't have people working here on jobs that the students can do. So this was negotiated by the Office of the Dean of Students so that our students are able to do the kind of work that those outsiders would come here and do and make their money. So don't be surprised if you see a comrade in an apron doing some cleaning. They are doing that intentionally, not just to make money, but also to create or to acquire the skills they require as they prepare for the outside world. KCA University has loyalty discounts. The more you remain loyal to KCA University, the more we consider you for some discounts. For example, if you're a member of the ISPAC, we give you 20% discount on your tuition. If you have a spouse or you have children, they can get 10%. This is now to the self-sponsored students on board. You can consider that. If you are progressing from bachelor's to master's degree, we can give you 10% discount. If you're a government-sponsored student who wants to take a professional course, we can give you 10% discount on your tuition. So these discounts are there for you. We have flexible modes of study, but for the government-sponsored students, fortunately, you can only stick to the full-time mode of study, which is a fixed mode of study that allows you to take the shortest time possible to complete your program in 4 years. There's a fellow trying to take control of my screen. I will not allow that. We have flexible fees payment. You can always walk to the student finance office and negotiate how you want to pay your fees. And we are very accessible. You can find us in Ruaraka here. You can go to our town campus, Kitengela and Kisumu. If your programs are available in those other campuses, you can always negotiate and pursue them from those campuses. And our academic units, we have the College of Business. I want you to note that your program is placed in one of these academic units. So if you're taking a program and you don't know in the faculty or the college or the school where it belongs, please, that is an assignment I'm giving you. So we have College of Business, we have College of Technology, we have School of Education and Arts, and then we have the KCA Technical College, or what we used to call the School of Professional Programs. This is where we house our traditional programs that we used to run as KCA, or the Kenya College of Accountancy. Program categories that we have academic programs. Academic programs provide a continuation from high school. So you can leave high school to join a certificate or join a diploma or a first degree, the bachelor's. Later you can advance to a second degree, master's, or a third level degree, the doctorate. Some of us have joined us to pursue professional programs. This is where you are seeking a certification in a certain area. In other words, professional programs prepare you by giving you what we call the job skills. So if you want to become an accountant, you take CPA, becomes a certified public accountant, or you take SCCA. And these are the programs that you'll find under the KCA Technical College. We also have the skill-based programs that can take a short time from 2 weeks to 3 months. At the university, we have a partnership, and I think the Dean of Students may have mentioned this. Please make sure you have access to a laptop, to a tablet, or a smartphone, so that you can remain relevant in this environment where you have joined. We have committed ourselves and negotiated subsidized data bundles with Safaricom. The Office of the Dean of Students will help you to register for this. So I'm saying that you need to explore your talents. I'm about to finish now. What you can see there is a one-time Mr. KCA University and a Miss KCA University. So I want you to assess yourself, come the time, join the race. And these are the titles that you can manage as part of your stay here at KCA University. There's a lot of engaging campus life, as I've mentioned. But don't lose the sight, remain focused on the crown. So as you can see there, we are both the young and the senior citizens working for the same. Make sure you don't miss the crown. Make sure that you don't drop out of your program. Kindly don't drop out of your program. Focus on the crown. Thank you very much. May God bless you as you journey through your program. Let us keep talking. You'll find me at the Welcome Center, Ruaraka, main campus. Anytime, let us talk. Thank you so much. Over to you, Lamek.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Mutia. I think somebody is also sharing his screen. Who is this? Okay, great. So thank you so much, Mr. Mutia, for that wonderful insight. I was looking at the comments and there are some questions that were being asked. And Infinix, please stop sharing your screen. Thank you. So at this point, we've talked a lot. You've sat here for the past 2.5 hours to listen to us, and we don't take it for granted. But I hope you're also learning and just getting to know more about KCA and getting to understand what we do at KCA University. At this point, I want to open up the floor for any question, any burning question. Just raise your hand, and then we'll try and sample the ones that we can see so that we respond to them. So the KCA staff, please don't leave the forum because you'll help us in answering some of the questions. So, okay, who am I using there? Jabe Farida, please unmute and ask your question. Tell us your name and the course that you're pursuing, and then you ask the question. Jabe Farida. Go on, we can hear. Okay, I think go ahead, Jabe.
I wanted to ask about the classes.
What about them?
Okay, how will you know where the classes are located and our lecturers?
Okay, thank you. I think I know the registrar is not in, but Mr. Mutia probably will answer that. We can take a set of questions and then we'll be able to respond. Another person? Thank you, Jabe. Belinda Wambani, please unmute.
What about the model lesson? Will it be on virtual or physical?
Okay, the Moodle training, Belinda, will be virtual. The Moodle training will be virtual.
Okay.
Who? Morgan, please unmute and ask your question.
Yeah. So I was wondering, is it possible to edit your contact, the contact that is there in the student portal? Because I tried to edit and it doesn't allow me to do so.
So, okay, I'm told that can be edited, but through the office of the registrar. So ensure that you visit the office of the registrar or send them an email for them to do the update.
Okay, thank you.
Cool. Daniel Sharon.
Okay. So upon Monday nimeona classes za BCom zitakuwa virtual. Tutatumiwa passcodes ama tutatumia tu hizi bado?
Okay, I think Mr. Mutia can take that as well. They are supposed to start their classes on Monday, and I think one of the classes is on Zoom, so they're wondering how they'll be able to get the link. Nani? Moha, go ahead.
So I was asking whether you can help us get the links, because it's somehow challenging for us to get the passcodes and the meeting IDs sometimes. So I was asking if you can create a group for us so it can be easy for us to access them. Thank you.
That's fine, Moha. It is well noted. Mr. Mutia will tackle that. Somebody's called Lenovo. Lenovo, unmute and talk. But Lenovo is not a name. We can go to the next person. He's on. Lenovo. We can go to the next person. David, go on. Unmute. Sure.
Hiyo laptop kulease juu imeandikwa acquisition program ya all for hiyo miaka yote uko shule. Once umemaliza kulipia unaenda nayo ama inabaki shule?
It's a lease to own. So once you finish paying, you own the laptop.
Na lazima ikuwe as per payment plan ama unaweza ongezea bei, I mean unaweza ongezea nini payment kutegemea na ile ndio utakuwa nayo.
Sorry?
Tuseme hautaki kulipa tu, tuseme one time uko na more than the amount imeandikwa kwa payment plan na unataka ku speed up process ya kulipia. Are you allowed to do that?
Yeah, that you can do through the student finance. They'll be able to give you guidance. Okay.
So,
but it's possible.
Okay.
How can you?
Which one? Infinix? Infinix Hot 4. And then Kevin Karanja. Infinix Hot 4. Unmute. We can go to the other person. Kevin Karanja, go on. Kevin Karanja.
Nilikuwa nauliza Monday tunakuja na nini? Tunakuja na vitabu na laptop ama itakuwaje? Tunakuja na nini?
Where any other person? We can take probably the last three. Is there Onesimus? Onesimus? Onesimus is not there. Next person. I can see Mwaniki.
Lecturer, niko na swali.
Go on Mwaniki, we can hear you.
Niko nasema mi kwanza niko na shida na hizi venye shule inatumia email zipate fiti, so sijui kama naweza saidia kufix hiyo, alafu hiyo stuff ya timetable, si kila mtu amepata hiyo timetable, so watu kama mimi nahitaji pia ndio niweze kufuatilia. Hivyo.
So probably Mr. Mutia, you can just respond to those few questions and then wrap it up.
Thank you, Lamek. I'll try and pick the questions that were given. Some are related, so I'll combine the responses. There was a question on how do we know where classes are? Now, if you look at the timetable that you have, it clearly indicates the room. What actually you need to know is what I said, master your canvas. For example, you may see that we are using terms like LT, TC. So LT is lecture theater. So if you look at the tuition block, there's a side we have lecture theaters. So you see LT and then the room number. Then on the other side of the tuition block, we are using TC. Then you may see 1, 2, for example, that means first floor, room 2. So as you go around the campus, don't take it for granted what is on those doors. Try to master what those references mean. There was a related question on issue of when a class is indicated as virtual class. Let me clarify that next week, most likely, because I'm speaking also as a lecturer, there will be a lot of introduction. Interaction mainly will be to introduce you to how the classes will be running. So don't panic that there are things you don't know. It's still too early. For example, when I meet my class next week, we shall have a talk. And basically, I will want to share as much as is possible so that students can understand how to go about the lessons. You will even identify a class rep. This is the contact person with your lecturer for that particular unit. Now, virtual classes, just to mention, we are creating WhatsApp groups so that if you are taking, for example, Bachelor of Arts, Economics and Business Studies, there is a WhatsApp group for that. If you are taking Actuarial Science, there is a WhatsApp group. Now, in those WhatsApp groups, we'll try and populate the groups with the contacts that we have, but we'll also allow students to volunteer themselves so that we can populate. We'll work together. In that WhatsApp group, then all the lecturers who are taking units, for example, in Actuarial Science, will be sending the information, creating another WhatsApp group for their units. So if you're in a WhatsApp group of Actuarial Science, you'll see a link to a WhatsApp group for a certain class so that you can join it if you are taking that unit. That's why it's also important to know which units are you taking. Now, once you join that group, then the lecturer now at that level can share links for classes. So if you have a class on a Tuesday afternoon, for example, I give you a link so that you can join the class. So some few hours to the start of the class, I should have shared the link to the class and you are good to go. There was a related class about, again, you've asked about class groups. Yeah, there was groups in the timetable. What does that mean? So if, for example, you're taking BCom and we have about 400 students who have been taken in for BCom, then sometimes we categorize or we split classes into groups. So if you're in group A or group B or group C, then most likely in that timetable, that is what it means. And when we asked you to register for units, the desk where you are registering for units, they also took your name so that they can place you in a certain group. So as you continue, if you realize you are not in any group, this is what I want to advise. Master your campus, get to know where your faculty is placed. There is a coordinating office of your school, of your college. The College of Technology, they are in 3rd floor of TC. The lecture theater side. College of Business, they are in 4th floor. School of Education and Arts, you're in 3rd floor. That is where you walk and seek information on academic issues. If you are looking for general information, for example, there's someone who wants to change their details. We have been sending messages to your mom when actually you are in campus because you gave a number of your parents. Then walk into our office so that we can update the system and have your number reflected. Come to Welcome Center, request that you want your contact updated. We shall do that. There was a question of what will I carry on Monday? I've just told you that next week, most lecturers will purpose to give you introduction content. So let it not worry you whether you carry your calculator on Monday or not. At least come with some writing materials and get ready to get that introduction. And as you come on Monday, we are saying, and this I want to emphasize, that next week, you can't afford to miss the Moodle training classes. Why? Because every student has to have an account in the Moodle system. You must learn how to create those accounts. You must learn how to enroll for your classes in the Moodle. And that is what will help you to be recognized formally to have registered for a certain class. The training will happen on Tuesday and on Thursday. We're going to communicate the details in time. Don't miss those classes. Finally, I just want to mention that learn to communicate. If you have my contact and then you send me a message and you say, I wanted to know what I'll carry on Monday, and you have not told me who you are, I don't even understand where to start. I could be having someone somewhere far away from KCA University who I think could be the one asking me what to carry on Monday. So if I tell you to carry a spade, I may be misleading you. So introduce yourself. Tell us who you are. Then now you put your question across. Don't start questions from the middle. Thank you. Over to you, Lamek.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Mutia. I hope that it's much clearer now. Now, there are some questions that are being asked again. How do I access my student portal? When you go to the KCA website and type student portal, your user ID is your registration number. The user ID is your registration number, and then the password is your national ID number or the birth certificate number. So all this information is there on our website. Somebody also asked, how am I able to activate the student email address? When you go to the KCA University website, you'll be able to see Wi-Fi, how to set up a student email address. So that will be able, just follow the process and you'll be able to get assistance. If you're stuck, please just come to KCA, the ICT department will be able to assist you. I saw also a question on the Wi-Fi password. If you're on campus, please visit the ICT team. They'll be able to configure your phone or your laptop so that you're able to have this password enabled on your devices. Lastly, on 24th of September, we'll be having the matriculation. So the matriculation ceremony is a day where all the new students are officially welcomed to the university. So here you will be addressed by the Vice Chancellor and the Deputy Vice Chancellor and the university top management. Please mark the date, Friday, 24th September from 9 a.m. So the details about the matriculation will be communicated to you. After that, I've seen most of you asking about the Freshers Bash. We'll not be able to have a Freshers Bash, but we'll have a Freshers Luncheon immediately after the matriculation. So please share this information with your friends. Please attend the matriculation ceremony. It is very important for you as a student at KCA University. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for staying with us. At this point, I want to invite Marion Mayabi to give us the vote of thanks. And thereafter, we'll have the closing prayer. So please don't leave the group until we finish with a word of prayer. I know we might not have exhausted all your questions, but if you're in KCA University, just feel free to walk into our offices and we'll be able to assist you. We'll be able to assist you if you're stuck. So Marion, karibu.
Thank you very much, Dean Lamek. For me, I'm here just to give us a vote of thanks. Very quickly, I want to thank God, our creator of purpose, for allowing us to see this day and positioning us in KCA where we can uniquely advance knowledge and drive change. Next, I would also want to appreciate the KCAU senior management team that includes our VC, our DVC, and the rest, and especially our very own director for steering us in creating a conducive academic atmosphere for us students to learn. And currently we're having our new students joining, so I'm sure that is what you want to get. And we pray that you'll be able to take advantage of the facilities that are offered and the different offices that are available to be able to resource you in your journey, student journey at KCA. I would also want to give a special appreciation to all the departments that were involved in ushering a new cohort of September 2021. That includes our security team, EMSA department, the registry, finance,
and the different colleges, the staff from the College of Technology, College of Business, and the rest. Finally, I want to thank the presenters for just doing a clean job